Hi friends, iKargos is back with important logistics news for the period from 15th to 31st January 2025. If you find our news updates useful, please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Rupee depreciation yields limited benefits for exporters. The experts feel that the depreciation of rupee against US dollar is providing limited benefits to Indian exporters due to high import content in shipments and the global market uncertainties. The exporters face increased costs for raw material and other dollar-denominated expenses. This rise offsets the benefits of a weaker rupee. The falling rupee also impacts imports, foreign education and remittances. The talks on free trade agreement with India have been relaunched. The government of United Kingdom has relaunched free trade agreement, FTA talks with India, aiming to enhance their bilateral relationship, focusing on trade and green technologies. Mr. David Lammy, Foreign Secretary of UK, highlighted meetings with Indian business leaders and an invitation for his Indian counterpart. The FTA saw negotiations paused for elections is set to resume, potentially boosting the $42 billion GBP trade. Shifts in US import routes. US importers have been adjusting their cargo routes between the west and east coasts in response to various disruptions. Initially, congestion and labor slowdowns at West Coast ports prompted a shift to the East Coast. However, recent labor strikes from Maine to Texas and geopolitical issues, such as the Houthi blockade of the Suez Canal, have led many importers to revert to West Coast ports. This adaptability reflects the flexibility developed during the pandemic. First e-commerce export hub may start operations in March. DGFT said that the first e-commerce export hub of India is set to become operational by March 2025, aiming to boost exports to $100 billion by 2030. The pilot project launch includes companies like Shiprocket and DHL, with features such as self-sealing and easy re-import policies. In addition, a new diamond imprest authorization scheme will start from April 1st, promoting duty-free import of diamonds. Export restrictions of China, part of trade war strategy. GTRI sources indicate that India needs to enhance partnerships with Japan and South Korea to source electronic components due to export restrictions of China. This move follows curbs of India on Chinese investments and visas, leading to disruptions in electronic, solar and EV sectors. These measures highlight the broader trade war and geopolitical tensions between China and India. Despite a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, French shipping giant CMA-CGM announced it will continue to avoid the Red Sea due to ongoing security concerns. The company emphasized that while stability has improved, the situation remains fragile, and it will prioritize alternative routes including the Cape of Good Hope. The Indian Union budget for fiscal year 2025 to 2026 is likely to aim to strengthen trade relations with the United States, with a focus on reducing tariffs on their imports. This move comes as a part of India's strategy to boost exports of high-value goods and services, which are crucial for maintaining trade balance with major markets amid potential global trade conflicts. The decision of the Trump administration to withdraw from the OECD's global tax deal will impact international consensus on a global minimum tax, but India will remain unaffected. Experts note that the USA exit will disrupt countries already adopting the global anti-base erosion model rules. With the cautious approach of India and recent tax amendments, it will face minimal direct consequences. ET at Davos. India would ready a response to Trump measures, said Ashwini Vaishnaw. Mr. Ashwini Vaishnaw, leading the Indian delegation at Davos, emphasized the trust of India with global companies and a strong USA relationship, despite potential issues like birthright citizenship changes. India presents a unified front for investments, focusing on manufacturing interests and artificial intelligence development. The economic policies of Prime Minister Modi and trust in the foreign policy of India are key highlights. PostNL seeks government support amid declining profits. Dutch postal company PostNL, backed by Czech tycoon Daniel Kretinsky, has requested government support due to declining profits. The company faces challenges from decreasing mail volumes and rising e-commerce and parcel delivery costs. PostNL has revised its full-year profit forecast down to €53 million from a previous €80 million. How India can dodge tariff tantrums of Donald Trump. India-US trade relations face uncertainty as President Donald Trump pushes for reciprocal tariffs. India, with a trade surplus, contemplates reducing tariffs on specific US products. Officials are considering a limited trade deal and broader concessions aimed to strengthen economic ties despite historical disagreements. AEPC asks Govt of India for labour law reforms, improvement in skilling schemes to boost exports, apparel body of exporters. AEPC on 28 January 2025 suggested the Government of India to introduce reforms in labour laws, improve schemes for skilling the workforce, and make policy for fabric import flexible to boost exports. Apparel Export Promotion Council, AEPC, Chairman Mr. Sudhir Sekri said that the exports target of $40 billion for ready-made garments by year 2030 is an ambitious aim, though the industry is making all-out efforts to achieve the same. Incitec Pivot Limited lists Gibson Island property for sale. Incitec Pivot Limited has listed its 58-hectare Gibson Island property in Brisbane for sale. The site, which includes over 1 kilometre of river frontage and a deep-water wharf, is considered the largest industrial land available on Australia's eastern seaboard. The property is expected to attract interest for developing a world-class logistics estate due to its strategic location within the Australia Trade Coast precinct. That's all for this update. Thank you for watching this news update, and we hope to see you again in our next video.